Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Bingham Shepherd. I'm the first officer on the ship and responsible for ordering the pieces. And I play Braxon, and he's a human fighter from an asteroid near Brow.
Hi, I'm Daikami-sama, and I play Solas Abebha, who's half-elven cleric mage of Ogma, and who is seriously pissed at the undead illithid necromancer.
Oh, the books.
James?
Yes, I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin from Brawl.
Hello everyone, I'm Salen Mortar. I play Finnel'ar Mahani, a druid from Grayspace.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, an elven wild mage.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I play Lafdul being played. Oh god, what? You vacillating satirical tinker of the colourful chaotic fey jester. Damn it.
Does the damage belong to it too?
No, it's because I was like, hi, I'm Zach, and I play the vacillating satirical tinker of the colourful fey jester. But I forgot to include I'm Lafdul Moonglade. So I was like, damn it, I play the character of.
This Lafdul's deity picked up Tourette syndrome.
That's...
It is always amusing to hear how you're gonna stumble over it.
Why'd you make it so hard?
That bit wasn't actually hard. It's the fact that I realised as I said it, oh, where's Lafdul Moonglade, the character's name?
I know, you got it out. It was, I was actually amazed. But something had to go wrong, because something always has to go wrong. It's like a requirement at this point. Anyway, last session, the party had found the Lithid's laboratory and begun to investigate it and ransack it, and got discouraged when there was a slight boom.
Yeah. Didn't we go back upstairs after that?
No.
No?
No.
No, we're going to go check out this area with the golem in it to see if the barrier's still there.
Oh yeah, we were doing that one. Yeah, we figured out all the barriers had disappeared.
Yeah, and we were going to go in there and see if that artifact we're looking for is in there.
Guess I should lead something. I'm gonna go check the
Okay,
traps on
well,
the door.
let's be careful, because we don't have
And
any-
Solas basically goes, now, let Lafdul check for traps. We don't want to repeat what happened in the laboratory.
Yeah, let's be careful. And let's have a sit down over dinner and think about how to get the rest of the stuff out of that room with the minimum amount of things blowing up.
Alright, so, Lafdul,
Hmm.
you move up to the door. It's a very ornate stone door. It is decorated with a pair of carved fake columns on the side, flanking the door itself. And the door is decorated with a mountain citadel scene. The citadel itself has a large central door. There are numerous windows and parapets on the citadel itself. And the carved mountainside is covered in trees, boulders, that sort of thing. While the sky above has a crescent moon and a dozen stars. You see no visible
Picturesque.
lock or handle on the...
So
the door
what
itself.
you're saying, Ord, is the treasure is the door itself? We just got to remove the door.
That is entirely up to you.
I mean, the way you described that door.
It's very ornate. It's very unique.
So yeah, no, Lafdul's gonna say that. Do we take the door? Because it looks pretty. He's checking for traps.
The door looks really
Oh.
good. Do you
Well,
think
there's
it's a
no
magical
traps.
door?
Well, I'm gonna find out. I open the door. I attempt to figure out how to open the door.
So again, the door has no visible lock or handle.
Oh.
Like, you can see the seams of the door and everything like that, but you cannot see how to open it.
Can I look for like a miniature lever where in the picture?
You absolutely can. How are you
So
going to do that?
I'm looking at the pit. You know how like gates have like a. You say this is a citadel or something. You know,
Yeah.
it might have like a portcullis or something.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm looking for like a tiny little. Is there like a view of like a gatehouse above or something where it has a lever or something? I don't know. I'm looking for like a little thing that I can pull or push.
Well, the whole thing is in relief, so there's a lot of projections that you could try pushing on.
Yeah, basically that's what I was listening.
Are you
Just
actually
in
trying
time.
to push on anything, or are you just looking for things that you think you can push?
Oh no, he's pushing, touching various things.
Should we step round the corner in case it blows up?
It's
It's up to you
entirely
guys.
up to you. I mean, we're in a straight, narrow corridor. So,
Higamus and Viradril step to the side.
wow.
I have full confidence in Lafdul's abilities.
Ockar gets disintegrated.
Higamus is like, I saw what happened with those books. I'm moving to the side.
What, you didn't like that?
I mean, I'd rather not get, burnt or exploded.
Wait, it wasn't me who handled the books.
Well, yeah, but you're handling this door now. All right, so you start poking and prodding and things of that nature. And you notice that one of the boulders on the mountainside does appear to shift. Do you want to shift it?
Yeah. There's no way for me to search traps on that.
Okay.
Now that I know, is there any way to know if now that I'm aware of how it may work?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could search for traps.
Yeah. It's gonna take a while.
Okay. And what's your score?
Standard score. Find me chance 90.
Okay. You spend some time looking at it and using some of your tools to, try to carefully
if I'm
touch
using
it.
my lockpicks, then it's I think it might have -5 because I broke a lockpick. Remember?
No, this is not. This is just for fluff purposes. You do not think that shifting that boulder will set off a trap.
Alright, I press the button. Ready? I press the button.
Okay. It slides in and to the side, revealing a large keyhole.
Do any of us have keys? Or am I can't remember if we found any keys.
We're either gonna have to have you pick this lock, or we're gonna have to.
Probably. I mean, now
Or
that
we're
I
gonna
can
have
see
to
the lock,
throw a
I could
knock
probably
spell
use
at
my
it.
lock. But I'm gonna try and open
We,
up with my 90% lock picks because someone broke one of them.
Well, the Illithid wasn't in this room, was he?
No,
This
he
was where
didn't know
they,
about this room.
This was
We're
where
going in here to see if we can find the artifact we came all the way out here for.
Yeah, but you know the thing that fought us that smashed up? Maybe the key's in that somewhere. I'll go search the bits.
If we searched everywhere.
We already searched the pits. We didn't find
Hang
a key.
on, no. You know where the Illithid room was? There was another area to the south of it, wasn't there?
We've already walked all this way. Do you want us to walk all the way back?
I mean, it's going to take me 10 minutes. While I'm opening the door, you can always look around.
There's no rush now. Before we were
All right,
fighting.
no rush. I'm opening locks.
I'll stay here. I'll stay here and guard Lafdul. You guys can search.
Yeah, what I mean is before we were pressed for time because maybe that undead was coming back. But now that's not going to happen. We don't have to rush.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to spend some time looking for a key, you have not been everywhere on this level. You know that.
I mean, if I can't figure it out, I'll save my knock spell in case when we hit a dead wall, so to speak.
Well,
Yeah, I say we go and search the
Well, I'm gonna attempt to open
key
it
for
regardless.
key
Can I
in
actually?
the areas that we were, or we weren't explored yet.
Well, I mean, if you find a key, then there's no point in trying to open it. But if you want to try to open it right now anyway, that's fine.
Is there a distinction between search for traps before I knew there was a keyhole and after I know there's a keyhole? Because now it's been made aware of me, do I need to recheck for traps?
I
the
specifically
keyhole
told
itself.
you that you do not believe there was a trap on shifting that boulder.
All right, so I check inside the keyhole for traps.
I thought that's what.
No, because I don't know if I have to be if I have to really nickel and dime this.
Sometimes you absolutely do need to. It depends entirely. Number one, it's going to depend on how you phrase it, how I phrase it, how complex something is. The more complex a system is, the more you're probably gonna want to play it safe and nickel and dime it.
Considering how hidden this place is, the fact that the keyhole was hidden, the odds are it's bound to have a trap. I mean, it was guarded by a giant golem. So, yeah, the odds are it's probably got some kind of mechanical trap.
Okay. You spend another 10 minutes examining the locking mechanism. Yeah.
Can I get the party to search the walls as I'm doing this?
The walls along this chamber?
Yeah.
The hallway? Sure.
Yeah,
I mean, you can ask them to.
Yeah, well, I asked them to if they would.
You mean the corridor you're in, or the corridor?
Yeah, just look the ceiling below.
Yeah.
Just look for I don't know, any hidden
Can we take like
protrusions.
Tell them what you want them to look for.
I mean, it's maybe trapped. I mean, this place is so well hidden. It's guarded. I mean, it's got a complicated door. The odds are it's probably trapped, and we're in a very confined space.
Can we
it's
search?
very easy to trap us in here. The ceiling or the walls will do something to us. So search by the entrance and search along the walls.
Yeah. Should we search a different square each?
Yeah. Get everyone to do it.
No problem.
All right. Should we start from right where you are, or the other end first?
Yeah. Well, Higamus can check the ceiling because he's tall enough. Yeah, well, as long as someone's doing the very end.
Yeah, Higamus and Vradra come in and start searching too.
Actually, get someone to check this in case something happens.
All right.
One person
I can search it.
Okay.
Someone check the entrance, and various people do this.
Braxon can search the floors because he's closer to them.
I'll search the walls.
Okay.
Don't forget the ceiling.
Yeah,
I mean,
Higamus is checking the ceiling. All right. So Lafdul, after you instruct them to do that, you begin carefully examining the lock. Do you have some light that you can use?
I do believe I have a what do you call it? A lantern, a little lamp thing.
Okay.
What do you call that thing?
I mean, lantern.
Yeah, it had a funny name. It was like a hand-warming lantern thing.
I think that would probably be more for hand warming. I mean, you could borrow.
Yeah, I mean, it was listed inside the thieves things as like something to warm your hands up or something, like wax molding and stuff like that. I think I had that at some point.
I'm not sure if that's really for light generation then.
Yeah,
you need to go back and double.
I mean,
you need to go back and double check it. But
Braxon brought his.
Go ahead.
I think Finn's got Braxon's lantern.
Yeah, I just got a continual light dagger. I can just pull that out.
Yeah, you could.
Okay. So you examine the lock, and you do believe you see a very well hidden needle inside.
Needle?
Yeah.
Is it... How fragilely set is that needle? Zing, could I scrape something off of it? Or is it hollow in the middle? Is it possible to tell?
It's hard to tell. It's just that you think you see a needle in there, and you suspect that it would spring out if you unlock this incorrectly.
Oh, incorrectly. Is it possible to purposefully set the trap off safely?
I mean, now that you know where it's there, and you know where it is, you can try to poke it in such a way that it springs out where you're not.
Yeah, I want to attempt to disarm trap.
Okay.
I mean, I suspect it's poison. I mean, I hope. Well, I don't really have a poison spell.
Okay. I mean, you can stop right now. You know that's there. If you want to stop right now and say, hey, I'm not prepared for this. It's up to you. I mean, if you'd rather do this with some poison spells.
How would I know how my ring regeneration I would still be alive but unconscious, so to speak?
You have no idea how the Ring of Regeneration would interact with poison.
Well, I need to figure out at some point, so here's as good as time as any.
Okay. And what is your disarm chance again? 90, you said?
Yeah, they're both 90.
Okay. So you very, very carefully spring that trap. The needle does shoot out, and it begins to retract. Do you want to do anything? It does not pierce you. You set it off successfully in such a way that
it's
you would
retracting.
Not... Yeah, it's retracting. It's resetting itself.
I'm not going to do anything. No, I'm going to let it reset.
Okay.
Because if I attempt to break it off, I might just permanently damage the lock. So I need some way of holding it or something.
I mean, it's up to you.
Did that needle look like it had anything? How fast did it retract? Slow mechanical retraction.
It shot out very fast, and it retracted pretty quickly. So you'd have just a moment to do something when it's exposed.
Yeah, he's going to hope he can set it off again and attempt to break it with some pliers.
Okay.
And break the edge of it off, so whatever stabs me won't be a pointy thing. Worst case scenario.
All right. You set it off again, and this time, when it shoots out, you quickly grab it with your pliers and snap off the tip of the needle. You think you might get a little bit of a scrape from what's left, but not enough to actually pierce the skin and cause you any harm.
Yeah, it depends on the poison. Can I attempt to do it again and just keep on snapping off?
You've snapped off as much as you can at this point.
All right. Then I will attempt to start opening the lock. Actually, I wait for Solas to finish looking at the back wall and I get him in leather to see if they can figure out what type of poison it is, in case they do end up getting poisoned. Yeah, basically, it gives them time ahead of time.
Okay. Let's see. So, let's see if anyone finds anything. Okay. No one's found anything that stands out to them as unusual. The hallway is man-made. I mean, it is carved out of the solid rock of the asteroid. But they haven't found anything that stands out as an odd, specifically disguised protrusion or hole or anything like that.
Could I smell the needle to see if it is poisoned, isn't it?
Do you have herbalism?
Yeah, I got herbalism and healing,
Yeah,
which
go
is
ahead
required to make a.
Go ahead and
check.
roll herbalism check.
Shame I don't have detect poison memorized.
All right. Yeah, you do believe that that is poisoned. The indication that the signs that you're reading from it, you think it would be a pretty lethal poison.
It's always nice. Can I attempt to stab needle into like a piece of wood or something, like in a piece of torch, to see if like it ejects poison or what? There's like a part of a mechanism that looks like it would eject something. I'm just wondering if that part of that mechanism is still inside of it.
I mean, you would know that at this point, this needle. I mean, it does not have an injection mechanism on this part. So if there is an injection mechanism, it's on the other part. But again, you're pretty sure that it would not break your skin.
I'm wearing silk gloves, but I don't know how much that's like a matter.
Well, you broke it off in such a way that you're pretty sure it would not break the skin if it got set off again.
I know historically silks used to stop arrows from. So when you pull arrows out of someone, it's a lot easier. But yeah, all right. I attempt to disarm open door locks. I mean.
Okay.
I'm guessing this is masterfully made. What's the handicap on master? Like 60?
Yeah, in the course of examining for traps, you're pretty sure that this is an exceptionally crafted lock. One of the best you've seen.
It's a shame I had to break the trap. Is it repairable?
I mean, you could try replacing the needle, but it's also a extremely high quality crafted needle there. All right, so you attempt to pick the lock. You work at it for a good 10 minutes before you have to give up and conclude that this thing is beyond you.
Yeah. When I inject in that needle, I know it's poisoned. My gut feeling is like it's lethal poison. Does anyone carry any like feed on them that's fresh?
Food?
Meat. Seeing how the poison would react to it if it was just stabbed into some meat.
I'm
just wondering if I had to come up with an antidote.
You know that poison doesn't usually work that way. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
Man, I had that meat ages ago. Don't know if I got anything now.
Yeah, I've only got dried rations.
We could pop upstairs and ask for
doesn't
something.
matter. Do I understand how the mechanism of the door works enough to grant me the use of my knock?
You are not exactly sure, because you found this this lock, but you weren't able to pick it. You still don't see a handle, so you're not sure. Like, even if you did unlock the door, how you'd actually grasp it to open it.
One would just assume that. Well.
Do you want to examine the door further to see if there's how you would do that?
I go with our resident engineer. He knows doors apparently, mechanical things. Asking for advice as I'm doing that now.
I mean,
you point out things and I can look at things.
Yeah, the problem is that the engineer, you usually need to see the things operate to figure it out. It's not so much that you can just like look at a thing and figure out what the hidden stuff is.
Either operate or see the inner workings and figure out by that.
Did you say something about protrusions, Ord? Bit sticking out.
I mean, the door has a relief on it. The entire door is a relief.
Yeah, that's how I got
Would
access to the keyhole, by moving a boulder.
would we have anything like a C clamp or a G clamp in the supplies on the ship for fixing the ship that we could?
I don't actually know what those
Actually,
are.
Like if you want to clamp two bits of wood together to stick them or things.
Oh, okay,
That's-
those.
Yeah. Would we have anything like that we could attach to the door, or is it just too small for that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a it's a relief carving. It's not. It doesn't project out that much.
Yeah. All right. Perhaps if that thing was a bit more stuck out a bit more, we might be able to clamp onto it and tie a rope on the clamp.
I've got like a tiny mirror.
Well, I mean, it's still locked.
We need to find the key to open the lock.
I don't know. I think I can still search the door for the mechanism, try and understand the mechanism.
You want to do so?
Yeah. Are we talking like hours?
No, I mean, it's basically another find traps roll, but I'm just using find traps as a because you're while you're not specifically looking for traps right now, it is related. It's kind of like how if you wanted to do sleight of hand, prestidigitation stuff, you'd use the pickpockets roll because that's the similar skill.
So, Lafdul, how easy did you find that keyhole?
I mean, it still took about 10 minutes to find.
Okay.
You see, easy. I had a hunch, I guess.
No, I was just wondering if someone might put an easy to find keyhole, and it's not really a keyhole, and there's another keyhole.
I
know,
don't
like a- Well,
A
I mean, I don't
lock.
know. You're the expert with these sort of things.
What does?
I mean, it's certainly possible.
say?
I
Yeah,
don't
what-
mean a second lock. I mean a pretend lock.
Yeah,
pretend lock
I know what you
waste-
meant.
Waste hours trying to pick while it tries to stab you and stuff.
I've already invested this much. Once this hits a dead end, I might go with your theory.
All right, so you kind of do a mental reset and examine the door again. You realize that the gate on this citadel, which is composed of a pair of doors, not a portcullis, you're pretty sure that those doors are a separate piece. So they can move, but you don't feel them move when you touch them. You also believe that the stars in the sky above the, in the carving above it, those can also move. As can the moon.
I asked Roger, is there any constellations that's important to... What's this place dedicated to?
Dumathorn. She comes up to take a look when you call to her.
I asked for like constellations because something seems to be mechanically working. The constellations can't actually move, can they? You said they can move, but that's behind it can move.
Well, you haven't actually moved them, but you think they can move. You think that those pieces of stone are actually separate pieces. They're very skillfully made in that it took really close examination to realize that there are, in fact, slight gaps. You're not even sure that you could fit a piece of paper in there. But you do think that they can move somehow. You haven't tried moving any of them. Although you did try to push the door, and that the door is in the door, and that didn't do anything. Varadra comes up and kind of looks over your shoulder and says, not ordinarily, and that would be based on the crystal sphere that it's in. I don't recognize this configuration at all, though.
Do we know where this was supposed to have been made?
This was supposed to be in Forge Space, wasn't it? What is only constellations important in Forge Space?
Varadra doesn't know about
Yeah.
the constellations of Forge Space.
Higamus, have you got any navigations charts for Forge Space?
I'm not down
I can have
here.
them on here.
No, obviously not, but...
You set like one of the dwarves up, grab a map, come back, or something.
Well, I don't mean that. I mean, this Forge Space wasn't that the one with the...
Oh wait, we got
giant-
dwarves from Forge Space. Why don't we ask him? We literally hired them out of Forge Space, didn't we?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, well, let's go ask the dwarves.
Sure.
Did we bring some down to be guards
Yes.
near
Yeah.
the stairs this time?
We did.
Figured I'd just ask like one of them, or laugh
Alright.
over and ask them.
Braxon can go get one if you want.
All right, so Braxon runs down, grabs one of them. I'll just move them up.
Wow.
No point wasting your time. You're the brains.
Oh, what? You got something in here? Oh, wow, that is quite the work there. I haven't seen quality like that in
Yeah.
quite a while.
Do you know of any? Because this asteroid came from Forge Space, and it seems to be a mechanism to open this door. They seem to be moving stars, and if it was arranged in a certain constellation that I am unaware of, then it might.
At your mention of the Citadel coming from Forge Space, he lets out a low whistle and says, "Whoa, how do they manage that? We usually have to migrate from sphere to sphere on other ships, find a new Citadel." Oh, what was that about he takes a moment to examine the stars, and he says, it doesn't look familiar. The fact that there's a moon there is strange, because none of the planets in Forge Space have moons.
Oh,
I think it's just a fancy.
there's no like symbology on the actual relief there that reminds them of anything from Forge Space at all.
If there is, it's beyond me.
I messed around with the moon. Said the moon was neck, and I like removed the moon.
Okay.
That's no
Um,
moon.
You cannot remove the moon, but you can rotate it.
Is this a crescent moon, full moon, half moon, wax moon?
It is a crescent moon.
I don't like the way he rolled dice when you moved the moon and we were all standing right in that corridor.
I rotate the moon and I listen.
Okay. What's your hear noise?
It's like 40, 45 something. I've got a brass count. Gives me that +5.
Okay. So with
yeah,
that,
oh no, it's
what is
45. It goes up to 50.
it? Okay. All right. So you, upon realizing that rotates, you pull out the brass can and cone. Tell
I
everyone
wonder
to
if it works like a safe thing.
be quiet.
Don't know if
And
Lafdul's met
yeah,
those kind of
no,
safes.
I get what you're going for. Put the cone to your ear and put it up against the thing, and you slowly rotate it. And you do hear a click as you rotate it. You think you've rotated it about 120 degrees.
He makes mental notes of where the clicks happen. He basically tries to figure out the combination. If you can hear where it clicks, and it's just a matter of time.
Would it be better for the rest of us to back off so we're not making noises?
Yeah.
So Higamus, Varadra, and the dwarf skedaddle out of the hallway. Leva apparently does not. Alright, Lafdul, you only hear one click at about that 120 degree rotation point.
Where do I hear the click from? Can I not make that out?
No, it's pretty muffled.
Alright then, yeah, I keep it at that clicked point
Okay.
for a while. Does anything happen?
I mean, nothing happens when you leave it there.
I try fiddling around with various stars if I can rotate any of them or move them ever so slightly. I'm trying to listen. And I
Okay.
reset them back if I don't hear anything. So I go to one star, move it around. Go to the next star, move it around.
You do hear a second click when you push one of the other stars. Most of the other stars also push, but you do not hear clicks when you are pushing them.
So I push the star, then I re-rotate the... Actually, I got a click from the moon, and then... sorry, yeah, so... I rotate the moon, get a click, then I push the star that also made a clicking sound.
Okay.
Then I re-rotate the moon to see if I can get another click. It might be rotate, click a button, rotate, click a button.
You only get the click when it is in that one specific position.
Oh. Does it matter if that button's already clicked? If I try
It's
press the
hard to
button-
say. I mean, you're just hearing clicks. Whether that's... You haven't been able to figure out if there's a difference in the sequence there or not.
It was only the star and the moon. Actually, no, you said there's something with the portcullis, didn't you? Or gate.
The
Also
gate,
looked
but
like
you
that.
already tried pushing it, and nothing happened. You're pretty sure that they're separate pieces, though.
Because is it not pryable? Slightly, like, see if I
No.
can, like, open it.
No, you couldn't even get a slip of paper in between the pieces.
What if I tried to pull it with, like, suction? The equivalent of suction.
I don't... How would you get suction?
Mold some wax onto it and, like, pull it out. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't... I mean, I can't think of a way that you would be able to get suction there.
Or
Could
what
you do
about my
suction?
ring? Can I attempt to pry out my ring?
Could he do suction with his mouth? Like mouth to mouth?
I mean, you can certainly try, but I don't think that would be enough suction.
Lafdul's willing to try anything. He doesn't care as long as he gets results.
And you would not be able to use your ring of telekinesis because the ring of telekinesis would need to, like, your hand would still need to be able to grasp something for the ring of telekinesis to work.
Oh.
Like, if you could not get your hand around something, the ring of telekinesis
Does it
would not
work like a telepathic hand, basically?
invisible
telepathic hand, I
exactly.
grasp
It's, I mean, it's just magical force that does pushing and pulling and stuff like that. But you'd still need to, like, if you can't physically grasp a thing to pull it, then neither can you use the ring to do so. Like, you could do a lever that's across the room, across a chasm or something like that, using that. Because if you were over there, you could physically grasp it and pull it. But there's nothing on here to grasp, so the ring of telekinesis has nothing to grasp onto either. It can't go into the rock.
Now that I can repeatedly set off those two clicks, one with a star, one with a moon, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I attempt to search for something else that might click? Guess. It's going to be painstakingly slow. I don't know. Something around the boulder?
You don't find anything else that clicks, but you do notice that the windows on the Citadel are actually deeper than you thought.
Can I see through the window? Tiny little window? From
No, you just realize that what you thought were just depressions are actually extremely well hidden slots or tubes or something like that.
Lots of tubes.
Yeah.
Something could be inserted into it.
So it would be extremely small.
Feather. I don't know.
Needle-sized, like not even
I've
needle-sized,
got-
and you're not sure that they're straight either. You think it's more that something could come out rather than go in.
Oh. Is it trapped?
I mean, it might be.
Oh, such traps. On this, something that I can barely see.
I'm going to have to leave that to your personal conclusion.
No, well, now that you've brought it to my attention, that I'm actively looking for, I could.
Right,
You know, I might
I've
spray
told
on,
you what you can
I guess.
find.
Yeah.
Ord,
Yeah?
we probably weren't paying attention when the thing was trying to smash us to pieces and kill us. But if we go back and look at the bits, is there anything similar to these pictures of moons and stuff on that golem thing?
You can go sort through some of the pieces. I mean, one of the pieces is in the corridor behind Lafdul.
Would a fish hook fit in there?
No, the barb on the fish hook would be too large.
I think Braxton will go around the corner so he doesn't disturb Lafdul and have a look at some of the other pieces and
Okay, so you go
see if there's
start
any
sorting through
sort of symbolism at all that might be a clue.
Okay, you go start sorting through the remains, see if you can find anything.
Can I like blow some like dust into it or something? Ash or something?
I mean, you can try.
Yeah. I have no idea.
You don't notice any effect.
I hope I'm wrong, because if I'm right, we're going to have to reassemble the thing to see what the message is.
Well, I mean, you'll have to
when
move
you say
your
there.
put your token down there so you're looking at the remains.
What do you mean?
Braxon.
Oh.
There you go. So he's down there searching through the seeing if there's any
When I get
symbology.
those clicks,
Mhm.
I look at the windows.
You do not see any change.
Oh. Is there any change with the actual lock? Can I look inside the lock? Just now that I've done various things to see if the mechanism inside's changed at all.
Let's see. You do not notice any change inside the lock, but it's also very difficult to see in there.
I'm a bit stumped on the window thing.
It could be just a red herring.
Considering how intricate this thing is, I mean, I might just simply not be hearing it. I might just have to brute force it, as it were, try various ones.
I mean, you failed
many
to pick
stars
the
are
lock,
there?
so you know, I mean,
How many stars are there?
a dozen.
This is gonna be like radar. I'm gonna have to be there for like hours doing this.
Well, you didn't hear any clicks when you pushed the other ones.
Can I? They're based on rotation, aren't they? Or they based
The
on being
stars
pressed?
push, the moon rotates.
Oh, what if I just do the stars first, then the moon after, or something? I don't know.
The clicks are the same. You don't notice any difference.
Yeah. And I've searched this to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
Someone else needs to look at this. Someone with a fresh set of eyes, I guess. I don't know. I can't seem to figure it out.
Well,
It's
what would you
obviously
want them to look for? I mean,
something that I might have missed. I don't know. See how many things that they notice. I mean, I point out the windows and the stars, but I get them to check other things. Maybe, is there a castle flag, or
no, there isn't.
is there an emblem?
Not really. It's
Is there any dwarfs?
very decorative. But no, there are no figures on the castle.
Is there a pickaxe? Any like tools?
Nope.
Hmm. Yeah, I've no idea.
I mean, if other people have ideas, I can
Yeah, no, I
either
go
come
back
in and speak to you, and you can go out and consult with them and see if they.
I convey. I mean, the players have been listening. I convey what I know to see if anyone else has. Does anyone else have any ideas? I mean, I've rotated the moon. I've pressed the star.
Well, Braxton's looking to see if there's a coded message somewhere else that
Oh.
tells you what to do. But maybe maybe we missed something on another floor.
Maybe that's how you. Actually, if I rotate the moon and press the star,
Mhm.
what? Now that I've done that, can I attempt to re-trigger the trap? Has that actually
needle?
disabled the trap? Yeah, even though I broke it off.
That still gets triggered. Yes.
Can I find?
You could also just throw a knock spell at it.
Nope, because I don't know the mechanism.
You know of the lock.
What do you mean?
I mean, you know of the mechanism of the lock. You just aren't sure about the handles.
I think
yeah.
Like if you unlocked it, it would be unlocked, but you wouldn't be sure of how to pull it open. You can see the edges of the door. You could try knock
that might
here.
be. Oh, that might be the button.
What I'm the thing that you can't do with knock is say, I suspect that this wall, somewhere in this wall, has a secret door. I can neither find the lock, the handle, the edges, but this wall I think that there's a door here. Knock, open. No, that wouldn't work. You have to know of the like where the door
is. A conventional door.
Yeah.
And I cast knock on it. Would the door swing open?
Yeah.
If I understood how the door worked.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Ockar can I think Ockar can figure this thing out.
Because one of the reasons why the door would swing open is because wizard lock knock can be used to pass a wizard lock, but it doesn't dispel the wizard lock. It will relock itself.
Is there?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is knocking it and then using a crowbar to force it open.
You can't crowbar this. You would need the equivalent of like a steel girder.
I think what we need is the key, and then you need to use those moon and stars.
Yeah, I thought it disabled the trap or something.
I think those moon and stars might be what opens the door once you have opened the lock.
Yeah, that seems viable.
I mean, I could try opening the lock. Yeah, I'll just do it.
Didn't you say
worst
that
case
the lock was
scenario?
beyond you?
Huh?
Didn't you already try to pick it?
Yeah, I failed to actually pick the lock. I mean, I will use my granted power of knock to unlock the mechanism. But then I will have to figure out how to actually open the door myself.
Okay. Are you doing anything before or after that with the moon or the stars, or are you going to just use knock and then wait and see what happens?
We could always try to find the key.
Yeah, that's an afterthought. I'm gonna press the buttons to get the clicks on both the moon and then the star, because I always have to press the moon, rotate the moon before I press the star, right? I never get the click from the star before.
As far as you can tell, there's no sequence there. You get a click either way.
Oh. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any particular... That's just a star to me. I can't... It doesn't make any more sense to me than anything else.
No, it's just one of the ones in the middle. Like, I mean, there is a rightmost and there is a leftmost, and there is a topmost and a bottommost, but they're not in a pattern that you can see, like a geometric pattern. As far as you're concerned, they're just scattered on the night sky part of this field, and it's just one of the ones in the middle. You heard a click when you pushed it.
Is there anything on the field?
Just, I mean, there isn't the star field itself. No, it's
Oh,
plain
all right. Now, so I'm gonna rotate the moon, press the button, use knock. If I don't hear anything after the mechanism, I believe being opened by the knock. I mean, obviously the knock spell will open the mechanism. If nothing happens with the door, I'm gonna try rotating it again and pressing the button again after.
Okay. All right. So just refresh my memory. Turn the moon, then push the star.
Yeah, and then cast knock.
All right.
If nothing happens immediately, well, not immediately, like after a few seconds, then I
Okay.
literally like 5 seconds.
I got it. I got it.
Repress.
You turn the moon. You push the star. You invoke your knock power. And as you do so, you hear the locking mechanism make a fairly loud to you. I mean, because you're right there. No one else would hear it. Audible click as the locking mechanism unlocks. Doing so causes the 2 doors on the Citadel image to slowly slide out, and you can see that you can now grasp them.
Grasp?
Yeah, those are clearly the handles.
Oh, then I pull open the door. Hey, I figured out, I think. I'll have to open the door.
Okay, the door opens to reveal another chamber beyond.
Can Braxon hear that?
Yes, the doors are
Lafdul lets out
loud
a
as
cheer.
they are opened. There's
Good job, Lafdul,
also
I knew you could do it.
there's also a rush of stale air as you
So, yay! Laughter starts gagging.
as you do so. It's not quite gagging, but it's just not
Pleasant.
Caught
Yeah.
up in the moment. And then it's like,
Remember to let Lafdul to check traps.
yeah, I am going to search traps in the doorway.
So
It's an inch
you can
in.
see that there are open coffers filled with coins and other valuables laid about the chamber.
Is there a mithril diadem for Siri Crystal around?
I will tell you in a minute.
Alright.
You can see that. Are you just kind of like sticking your head in and glancing around, not
Yeah,
stepping
I'm
in?
looking for any
Right now,
obvious
yes.
trap.
All right. So, Lafdul, you can see that the rightmost wall, the wall to your right, looking in, has a large pair of heavy dark gray stone doors, and that whole wall is actually of that same dark gray stone. It is different from the stone making up the rest of the walls of the chamber. They're not like the door that you've just opened. They're not decorated in any way. They're completely plain. And you can see that there are a pair of very large hinges on the outside of the door, and the doors have heavy iron handles and a heavy iron latch, and the seams of the door are almost imperceptible. Like, you know it's there primarily because of these enormous hinges and the latch on that door. You can also see, like, just coffers with valuables laying around. You'd have to go in and take a look more
Yeah,
to
but
see what else there is.
I'm not even going to get rushed head forward, and I'm searching for traps where I'm standing.
Braxon says to Lafdul, should we use a couple of my wedges to wedge these doors open? Or do you want to check everything first?
I can't imagine a door. Alright, no, you can do that. Oh, there's no harm in it.
Well, I don't want to touch the door if you think it's connected to a trap.
No, the door's been opened. As
Well,
far as the door...
you're looking for traps first, so finish looking
Yeah.
for traps and then deal with that.
What was that, like a 10-foot square or something?
Yeah.
I don't know how much...
And the doorway itself. As
So, like,
you are looking around, you realize that the door that you just opened, there are some very small tube-like structures embedded in the door that would connect
fire
up.
outwards.
No, that would connect up as the door is closed, if the door is closed. And
Oh.
you realize that there is some sort of trap in the door that you apparently bypassed. Your guess is that it would expel some sort of gas or liquid.
Do I need to plug them up?
You pass the...
Oh.
I mean, if you can't figure out exactly what you did to pass it, that's up to you. But
Yeah. Well,
like, you didn't trigger a trap that expelled gas or liquid on you, so...
oh, that was from the beam thing. Maybe that was the secondary trap. Oh, wait. When you say by the windows, it said at a very fine... Like, could a gas be expelled from that, I guess?
From what?
The windows.
Yes.
In the door.
So you would plug up the windows, I guess.
All right, you don't find any other traps on the door frame or the floor itself, right inside there.
I'm painstakingly going to take like ages searching this entire room.
Meanwhile, pocketing various valuables that are laying around.
No, I'm not even touching it.
And you have a paladin watching you?
Wow.
Oh, I trust you. I was joking.
All right.
Now you're just asking to get stolen from.
You do not see
You
a...
know what's a joke?
You do not detect any traps further in.
Board.
There are... let's see... in addition to what you can see in the coins, there's gems mixed in. There are various valuables, small statuettes, jewelry, that sort of thing. There is a bundle of gray cloth, about 2 feet by 2 feet, that you can see nestled behind one of the coffers. One corner of the room, there's a large stone pedestal with a broad circular top and a triangular iron fin standing on top. It's obviously a sundial of some sort.
Oh.
And give me an intelligence check, please.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay.
2 over.
All right. You haven't found any other
ceiling.
traps, though. You haven't looked at the doors. Large double doors.
What's directly above me?
Ceiling.
What is there anything on the ceiling?
No,
Checking
the stonework in here is better constructed than some of the other places. Like, this is clearly designed to be very secure.
Hmm.
The floor, the ceiling, the walls are all...
Yeah.
The stonework is better in here. You don't know enough about masonry to know what that is, but stones are smoother, they're more closely fitted together, that kind of thing.
I get people to stay by the door in case they have to brace the door.
Okay.
Then, yeah, no.
Well, hang on. Is it okay for Braxon to wedge the door now?
Yeah, the
Brace
doors.
the door as well.
The doors open into the hallway, so you could put the wedges on the backside and wedge them open that way. You want to do that?
Okay. Yeah. Where you're saying brace the door, we could
just someone to literally be a
Well,
physical barrier and hold the door open long enough for me to run out of the room.
Well, I was going to say, do the doors open 90 degrees each?
More than that, actually.
Maybe we could get... there was some furniture in some of the other places. Maybe we could get a table or something and put that in there and use that to hold the doors open.
Just have Higino stand in way of the doors.
Yeah, just get
we
to
could
brace the door.
All right, we'll do that then.
Man, you want to use your wedges all the time, and then when you have an opportunity to use them, you have no confidence in them.
No, I've used them.
So sad. Poor wedges.
You need magical wedges.
I've used the wedges. Maybe this door is stronger than Braxton's wedges, though.
That's what I'm saying. You have no confidence in your wedges.
Well,
Mhm.
I'm shocked.
maybe Braxon needs to go buy a +1 wedge.
All right, so Higamus is in the
We
doorway.
get stone wedges.
Higamus is in the
Or
doorway.
something.
You generally want wood. Wood catches better.
Eh.
It's not about the weight. It's about
Yeah, but wood can still be
wedge.
crushed.
No, if you had a stone wedge, it would probably slide, whereas the wood gives a bit, and then the thing bites it.
Well, yeah, we can't just get like a specially made metal one.
Really. Like you said, the stone
Alright.
would slide.
Oh, metal then.
Metal
That's
would
like a
slide.
foul edge. Yeah. All right. Regardless of this tangent, I'm going to search for traps going towards the door.
Okay. You do not find any traps on that large pair of double doors.
What about the back? Going up towards the back.
Out of interest, Ord, that thing that Braxon's stick of many buttons does that pushes doors open, can he do that to a lesser extent to brace things without breaking them?
Probably. I mean, you've never tried it.
Yeah.
Does it
okay.
stop after a certain length? If you tell it to stop,
Yeah.
then it stays at that length.
Yeah, you can
And
expand
it
it
becomes
to
a brace.
just about any length you want, up to the limit.
Oh.
You do not find any traps on the opposite wall.
All right. Have I searched the table where stuff are? For, like glyphs.
Yeah, you.
Or they-
Well, you want to
That's
search
what my.
for
That's
magical
what my. Yeah.
glyphs? Okay.
I'm searching the table for a glyph warding underneath it. No, well, actually, no, isn't it like on violated space? How do I know glyphs work?
I mean, glyphs
Would I
usually
have to
glyphs
search, like,
the specifically the spell glyph of warding
It's a
protects
passageway.
a passageway or an entryway or a doorway or that kind of thing, or a
Oh, so
container.
it'd be like on the containers, like opening them up.
But they're all open.
Yeah.
Like they're literally all open. None of them is closed.
I
But you don't
Lafdul
find any.
doesn't-
You don't find any glyphs or anything like that on the table itself.
Lafdul very gingerly tries to grab one coin out of the thing.
Kaboom! No, just kidding. Nothing happens. You pick up a coin.
Lafdul bites the coin to see if it's real.
It's made of chocolate.
Oh,
Just kidding.
it's Lafdul starts
Yes,
eating.
it is real. It is real.
All right, then I'll say it
Any coins?
seems to be a lot of coins there. It seems to be safe. You can come in, I guess.
Yeah. We can figure a way through that door.
Obviously, keep Higamus by the door. Unfortunately,
Well, is it a box of coins?
no. There's I
There's
searched for that
chests
cloth
and
thing on the back.
coffers. I mean, what was that? Sorry.
What's that cloth hiding?
It's about a 2 foot by 2 foot packet.
Packet.
Yeah, it's like tied closed. You gonna pick it up and look at it?
I look around it before picking at it. I guess I just see what it's resting. It's just on the table, right?
It's resting against the wall behind one of the coffers.
On the floor or something.
Yes.
I tap it.
Like it's
Is it just like a box? Or
it's stuck
some
out at
kind of
you.
material?
It's stuck out at you because it was, this cloth packet in a room filled with coins, which seemed a little incongruous.
Wait, what are we after? Oh, a Siri crystal, emerald within a mithril setting. Oh, it might be a scepter. All right, unwrap it, I guess.
Okay. You pull it out, and as you do so, you notice some clinking sounds from inside of it, of metal on metal, and it feels like there are some short metal poles inside.
Oh.
It might be something that just gets assembled. All right, I place it on the floor and I gently try to unassemble it, unwrap it.
Doing so, you realize that it is clearly a tent. Like, you don't actually assemble it, but you untie the
Oh,
packet and realize that the cloth itself is actually the tent cloth, and inside are
I wonder if it's a magical tent.
poles that can be assembled.
Hey, this might be a magical tent.
Wow.
Why else would they keep a tent in it? What's the condition of the tent? Because tent would surely have degraded by now.
It looks fine. I mean, you don't see any damage
Then again,
to
this
the
isn't
cloth.
like an airlock. Is there any? I mean,
do you have
if like you
detect magic?
No, I know I don't.
Does anyone else have detect magic?
No, we used like 3 today. I used mine. I think Lever used
You
hers
can
twice.
let them answer. Does anyone else have detect magic?
Nope.
I have detect evil.
Right, one more.
The tent is not evil.
We
Are
don't
there
know.
any?
Lever
Are
has
there
one
any?
more.
Tent of devouring?
Do you want to use that, Leva?
Okay.
I mean, you
Are
don't
there
have to
any
if you don't want
flashing
to.
lights inside the tent?
It's a cloth packet. He realizes that this is packed up like a tent would be. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
But does the tent have flashing lights inside it?
no, it doesn't have flashing
It's not
lights
been
inside of
assembled.
it.
However, is this the last room?
No, but yes.
Then I suggest we go through the different rooms and come back, and I cast detect magic then on all the things that we can see around here. Because you took a long time to open that door. I don't want to stand here and just waste the spell just to satisfy your curiosity on one single item.
Wow, there might be a glyph of warding on the door.
Well, exactly. That's when it takes longer, doesn't it?
Oh, she's saying
What he
you should
means
do
is that if you cast detect magic and you get magic on the door, that might indicate that there's a magical trap on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in that case, yes.
All right. So you cast detect magic, and you do see that that cloth packet is radiating magic.
A magical tent. I wonder if it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside once it's assembled. We might have like our own little mansion inside a tent.
It is. Let's see.
Come on, numbers.
It is radiating. She wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
It is radiating enchantment charm. Leva, you also notice that the sundial is radiating magic.
Nice.
Also enchantment charm.
Isn't chronomancy a mage school?
Or
Was that specialist?
Only a chronomancer would see a chronomancy magic.
Oh.
There is also a brass bottle buried in amongst all the other stuff that's radiating magic.
Bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is radiating conjuration summoning magic. And not only is the door at the far end of the room radiating magic, but the entire wall is.
Yeah, I knew it was a magical wall trap.
It's radiating abjuration magic.
I pass that on to Lafdul.
Lafdul examines while people go through the treasure. Lafdul's a bit sad about that. He doesn't get to look for treasure. He's looking at the wall for traps. He doesn't really know what he's looking for, to be honest. He's just looking at the wall, I guess. Glyph of warding, I guess. I doubt it. It's not going to be a glyph.
You're down here. Where are you going to look?
No, I'm looking at. You said the far wall was also magical.
This wall, the wall with this door. The entire wall is magic. Is radiating magic.
I look for glyphs of warding, I guess.
You find none. It is latched. It is not locked. It is latched.
Can I search around the latch for traps?
You can.
I will do so. You assume the party's going through various treasure.
I don't know. They haven't said what they're doing. As far as I can tell, they're just standing around.
I was wondering if they're just like loading stuff onto
Well,
Higgins' back.
If
Higgins is holding the doors.
if Lafdul clears us to move anything, Braxon would
Yeah,
drag some of the coffers over to the door to use them to hold the doors so they won't shut. Do they open inwards or outwards?
They opened outwards. That's why Higgins is there standing, holding the doors
Yeah.
open.
No, I'm just trying to figure if they slam shut, would they
they would close whoever's
lock
in
the
it,
treasure
yeah.
inside? Right, yeah. Braxton would drag a coffer slightly outside the doors in.
Okay. It causes a lot of coinage and some pieces of jewelry to spill out onto the floor.
Try to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Don't drag it.
Carrying
Maybe
them
close
with
the lid?
Just pass it to Higgins. You
And
hold
carrying
by the
them
door.
with another person might be better than just dragging them.
Go out with like Ockar. I mean, you two are the second strongest people. Take like one side of the coffer each.
Help carry the cat out.
All right. So Lafdul, you didn't find anything on the door, trap-wise.
They said the sundial was magical, whatever.
Yes.
I see if anything stands out about the sundial.
I mean, the sundial it's not connected to the floor. You can move it.
I pick it up.
All right. It
It's
is
like,
heavy
oh.
for you
Oh.
because it is stone.
Is it just a stone sundial or was there something else in it?
There's an iron fin on top.
Can you open the sundial? Is it that large?
There doesn't appear to be a door or container on it.
Okay.
It must be like a command word, and then it activates, and it like does something with time or something, I guess, or weather. Yeah, I can't do nothing with the sundial. Yeah. I'm just gonna search for. Oh, how long is it gonna take for the party to like start moving stuff out? So I know how long I got to work with.
Quite a bit of time. There's a lot here.
Alright, then Lafdul's gonna search for like kidding compartment. Considering how well that door was held and trapped, then I'm gonna search for this for like
Ald,
secret buttons and stuff.
Yep.
we got loads of stuff to carry up loads of stairs. I'm just wondering whether it will be possible to get the ship alongside the weapons platform, or whether we can drop a rope down these disused lift shafts and lift things up.
Oh, yeah.
You'd
It's
probably
easy
want
for
to
us.
you'd probably want to set up a pulley system at the top if you were going to try to take something up the shaft. Otherwise, it would very likely be banging against the sides or dragged along the sides.
Could
Yeah.
could
Would
the
it
hill,
would it be easier to get? Yeah. Would it be easier to get one of our ships, even the smaller ship?
right next to the weapons platform?
You could certainly try that. You would have to go out around and take a look at the area since you haven't considered that before directly.
All right. Because I'm just thinking, there's no point dragging everything the wrong way.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
Uh,
a good idea. I think
Yes.
that's.
Lafdul,
Does someone
you do not find anything on the wall.
I go to the other wall.
Does someone want to come with me and have a look at the weapons platform?
You've basically searched the entire wall now, Lafdul.
Oh.
Then I'll go with you.
Thanks.
I mean, once they've done collecting everything, then I'll open the door. But I'm just making use of my time searching stuff since
We can-
I've got the time.
We can carry down something.
You've-
carry something down to the end of the corridor on the way to the platform.
At this point, Lafdul, you've searched this chamber,
All right.
the walls and floors and stuff. Like, I mean,
I wait for them to at least take stuff out of this room.
It would take a while to get everything out because there's so much loose material in here.
You could help at taking stuff out, Lafdul.
Lafdul will do so.
Solas is also helping.
Okay, so, what exact... Are you gonna, like, leave the stuff piled up in the mouth area? The mouth platform? Is that your plan?
Yeah.
Not
Seems like
near it, yeah.
near it, yeah.
Yeah, what I want to do is have carefully assess how strong the edge is. Is it likely to give way if we try and bring our ship up against its mouth?
I mean, the ship can hold position. You can put a,
Gangplank.
a hefty gangplank across.
Yeah, let's do that. I think it'd be easier than trying to set up a pulley and lift things up the lift shaft.
Alright, so you're gonna collect everything and take it out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're effectively banking this up. So we don't lose it.
Alright, so is everyone going to help cart
Yeah.
the stuff that's in this chamber out?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Stuff
Maybe-
with stuff in the sacks, carry the chests out, stuff like that.
Alright, it ends up taking a couple hours to do so.
Mm-hmm.
We probably also get the dwarves to come help.
Okay.
Send one of the dwarves back with a message to have them start bringing the ship down.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Do we need the whole ship or just the hill?
No.
Have them bring down the shuttle.
Who's going to pilot the shuttle, so to speak?
We
Which
might,
one of our mages?
I mean,
would do it?
so one of the reasons to bring the whole ship around is that you could immediately move all the stuff into your strong room rather than move it onto the shuttle and then move it from the shuttle into the strong room.
All right.
Well, I thought we were going to divide this up with the lizard people.
We can still divide it, but we can more easily transport it back up with the ship.
Then, sure, have them bring down the bow dolphin.
Yeah.
We might also want to transport those chests from the other treasure room.
Yeah.
Okay, so the battle dolphin's a bit bigger. Will that still dock here? Okay.
It'll hold position. You just put a gangplank over it. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I mean, the battle dolphin is designed to do boarding actions with other ships, and this is technically another ship. So,
as
yeah,
a wise person once said, make it so.
No, that's cool. I didn't know how small the mouth was.
okay. So that ends up taking a couple more hours to get everything stowed away aboard your ship.
Yeah.
There is definitely a feeling of excitement and elation amongst your crew, seeing
make
all
sure
this
we do
stuff getting carted across.
We'll make sure we do a sweep to pick up any of the things that dropped out the coffers as we carried them.
Okay.
Seeing as that everything fell out so easily.
All right. All right. So that leaves this chamber empty, and you've moved the other coffers from the Illithid's quarters, living quarters area, living area, onto your ship as well.
Yeah.
There were 2 empty coffers there, so that helps.
Weren't they like smashed coffers as well? Some of them.
Well, Higamus did rip the lids off of those. Some of those that he was able to. There were a couple that he couldn't get
Oh yeah, because they were
good enough
wizard
grip
locked,
on, grip on. Yeah, they're wizard locked. So yeah, I mean it takes a bit of work to do so, and you have to do it very carefully with some of the ones that are open. But yeah, that takes a number of hours to do so.
Yeah. And we won't touch anything in that room with
Hey,
explosives.
you know what's funny?
We figured it out.
What was that figure of speech someone used? That there was a load-bearing tree at one point, a load-bearing asteroid or something. I don't know. Maybe this asteroid collapses in on itself, so we get rid of all the loot first. Lizardmen will be happy if we destroy the asteroid. So,
Yeah.
if it takes a few more hours to load all the treasure into the ship, I think it might be quite late already.
I mean, it's like mid-afternoon by the time you finish that.
Yeah.
Yes, it took some time to heal everyone before we came down. And we have spent some hours in here exploring before that.
I've still got lots of healing spells.
I mean, it's mid-afternoon, so it's up to you guys.
Okay.
I mean, you're back in this chamber now. It's empty. You're looking at these double doors that are latched, closed. Do you want to do
Let's
anything?
try and experiment with them to try to get them open.
And there's a magic wall, did you say?
No, the wall's radiating magic. Thing is, when I unlatch this, it's going to set something off. So at the very least, I should only be in this room by myself.
Okay.
I mean,
Do you
if
need...
it's not fire arrested, my ring will keep my body alive, so to speak. As far as I can tell.
Solas has taken hits from traps enough for this day.
Is there anything you need to borrow from us in case you get trapped in here?
Well, Higamus is holding the doors open again.
Well, I can create my own food and water, worst case scenario. If anything, I'll run out of oxygen.
Higimus is keeping the door open.
I mean,
yeah.
He's trying. We'll put it that way. He will try if anything
out
happens.
The room as well.
Well, Braxon can help Higimus with his
Is Ockar going out the room, or because Ockar was already knocked out today?
Well, yesterday.
Yesterday. Alright, I laughed with attempts to open the door. Unlatch.
Okay.
Solas goes to safety.
He attempts to tumble if something would happen. He's just basically on edge. That's what I'm saying.
Alright. So, the latch is, for you, quite heavy. But you do manage to unlatch the door. Nothing happens when you unlatch it. Do you want to try pulling the door open?
Yeah, he says, watch over me. He opens the door.
While all this is happening, Solas is chatting with the dwarf on the corridor.
The dwarf is happily talking to you about some of the pieces of like the gems that he saw and good uses. Like, oh yeah, that gem would make would go really nicely in a good silver necklace. You know, stuff like that. So,
this is the stuff that Lafdul wants to learn about.
Ooh, too bad you're not there.
Yeah, sad times.
You will never learn this information.
Alright, so, Lafdul,
Isn't it your job to spread the information? Make sure everyone's educated.
Only if they want the information, this kind of information.
So, Lafdul, you grasp the handles and give him a tug?
I guess.
Okay. They are extremely heavy, difficult to move, and yet oddly easy in that, like, despite the weight of them and the effort you have to put in, you kind of realize that it seems like almost anyone would have to put in the same amount of effort, regardless of who they were. Like, Solas and Higamus would be in the same boat that you are, it feels like. That's kind of your impression. But the initial tug to open it is more difficult, and as the doors crack open, there is a blast of even staler air than what you felt before.
Lafdul can't wait to be on a planet with fresh air at this point.
I mean, you just have to go to another part of this place to have
You go to Green
air.
Shield and take like a vacation.
You get the doors open, and you can see inside. The entire chamber is made of the same dark gray stone that the walls and the door, the front wall that you're in front of, and the
You say
door is
dark
made of.
gray.
Hold on. Let me finish. All of the walls, the floor, and the ceiling are made of this. They're very large slabs of stone, like larger than Higamus in size, to make the whole thing. No, it is not the same as your dagger. The dagger is adamantite. This is not adamantite. It's a.
Yeah, that's why I was just wondering because it's magical. So.
This is stone. This is definitely stone, not metal. And inside, you hear a sound, an odd sound of machinery inside. And the chamber is dominated on the left-hand side over here by a large oblong metallic object of some sort. There are pipes and tubes and wires. Liquid is bubbling through coils and tubes and things like that. There is a grate on part of it with a green glow emanating from it. And protruding from this whole thing is also a large metal chair-like structure.
Is that like the helm?
Mm.
The spell jamming helm? The equivalent?
Oh.
That's what you're seeing inside.
Can I roll spellcraft for that?
You can roll spellcraft, sure.
And, I mean, yeah. Where is it? Yeah, 11.
Okay. Maybe.
There's no one way to find out. It's sitting on.
I mean, it's up to you. Do you want to try that?
Did the lizard folk ever mention how the citadel was moved?
They were not aware of it moving.
Hey, Lever. Come here. You got detect magic ups, don't you?
Yep.
Not anymore.
Sad times.
I mean, it took us multiple hours to move those treasures.
I suppose I get Solas then as well. That looks like a helm. Like a tinker's gnome helm, I think.
Well, Solas really doesn't have that much of experience in the whole spell jamming.
If it's a helm, it's like none any of you have seen before.
I mean, it would have to be a special kind of helm to move an asteroid, wouldn't it? An asteroid outgoes the U100K limit of a major helm.
You certainly have not heard. I mean, forges can move citadels, but they require fire, so they cannot take a citadel through the phlogiston, and over 300 tons, they can't be moved, or maybe it's 700, I can't remember. One of the two. They can't be moved at actual spell jamming speed, so it takes a very long time to move it through, even through a crystal sphere.
Surely these dwarves haven't invented cold forging.
Probably.
Well, the forge also requires many dwarves working at one time to get it moving.
Well, if that was a Spelljammer helm and you sat in it, you would.
I'd have to. Do you have to understand the helm?
I mean, if this is a helm, you don't know. I mean, you've been in other helms. You've been in standard helms before, so.
Yeah, what's the typical de facto thing of a life jamming helm? You just don't want to leave.
No, that's you don't know about that kind of thing. Life jammers, you've heard of life jammers. You've seen a life jammer.
No,
usually
I'm
requires
asking
someone
for, like,
to
a
be
law.
strapped in. You require someone to be strapped in or put inside.
Okay.
They're either a seat with straps or a box. And I'm getting an echo of myself somewhere.
Do you want one of us?
Sandra say anything about that?
Okay. Could you check whether you detect any evil from it?
from the chair, I
Man.
suppose.
I'll stare at it with detect evil intent.
Viraja will tell you that she's never seen anything like that in her life. And she has seen, like if you mention, because you had mentioned gnomish helms, she says that it does not look like a gnomish helm that she has seen before. But
Ask Joy, has she heard of anything like this in her
Joyun
experience? Oh.
But Joyun also doesn't pay any attention to that sort of thing.
How about one of us that isn't a spellcaster sits on it, and if it does anything to us, yeah, okay, I'll do it. If it does anything to me, you can knock me out and pull me out of the chair or something.
It was nice knowing you, Braxon.
Braxon loses his clothes because all he's wearing is magical.
Where's the chair?
To the right, where thing is. Oh, to the not right.
Finn is looking at
is.
the device itself right now, so it's right by him.
Solas will also study the device.
Is it in the corner or in the middle where Finn is?
It's basically right where you are, Braxon.
All right. Okay. Well, Braxon's gonna gingerly sit in the chair and see if anything happens.
Okay. Give me a saving throw versus paralyzation, please.
Aren't you wearing the ring of free action?
Well.
Oh.
Hang on, who is it Ockar or Braxon that's wearing it? It's Ockar, isn't it?
I don't know if he's wearing it right now.
Yeah, because he lost it.
Oh yeah, he gave me the ring of free movement for a little bit. I could put that on Braxton's finger if he ends up getting paralyzed.
It's too late.
So keep in mind that you had to make a saving throw versus rod staff wand when that or someone did against that golem, and it wasn't exactly using a rod staff or wand. Sometimes you just make the saving throws based on a type, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's paralyzation. Anyway, so you sit down and
I've got a +1 ring.
You sit down on. Well, what do you need to roll?
I need to roll 8, but I've got a ring that I think helps.
Okay. So you sit down in the chair.
Yeah.
And it feels like your mind and senses are expanding to encompass the entire structure here, and it is like nothing you've ever felt before, and it is overwhelming. And
whoa.
Everyone feels the entire citadel lurch under their feet. I'm going to need everyone to make saving throws versus paralyzation.
So anyone can oh god, that's probably a bad helm if it's not being powered by magic. Either Brax's items or his life force.
No, this is when
I continue my good success
I succeed.
streak in
Ockar, did
saving
you
throws
notice
and
anything?
fail.
Sorry, I'm in the middle. What?
Did you notice anything? I mean, you detect evil.
No, he did not.
I did.
He did not detect any evil. He was staring at it while Braxon was sitting in it. Okay, so Finn failed, Lafdul has failed, and Solas has failed. The lurch of the whole structure causes you to lose your footing, and you are thrown to the ground. Higamus is also thrown to the ground. Everyone who succeeded manages to keep their footing, like stumble against a wall, grab hold of something, that sort of thing, but you keep your feet. Braxon, you feel yourself like violently thrown out of the chair onto the ground by this lurch, and you are dazed for you're stunned for a few minutes.
Okay. I was going to try saying something in Dwarven, but...
Is that an ill thing that happens when a non-spellcaster goes on a Spelljammer helm that uses magic?
Don't know. I don't think we've ever tried it.
No, but this is like common knowledge kind of thing. that it would just...
As far as you know, if someone
should happen.
like Higmus or Braxon sat in a spelljamming helm, it just is a chair to them.
Even a comfy chair.
That's dubious that it would work without any magical energy. It's got to be getting energy from something else, either from you or...
I mean,
us.
it's this giant structure in this room. Like, this is a big thing.
Can I get my dagger out and set it to code? See if it still works.
Yeah. Just holding it in your hand.
Yeah, and I just...
Yeah.
Then I put it away again.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to see if it still worked. That was all. It's
So-
not anti-magic.
In the process of that, the large device does kind of let out a squealing, steamy scream sound, as if a valves were triggered or something like that.
This is... Can we all hazard a guess this might be like Tinkerbell?
I don't think we should mess with this too much.
Varadra just
Isn't
said that, as far as she's experienced, she's seen some gnomish helms before, and it doesn't look anything like a gnomish helm.
Does it look like something could be inserted somewhere? Like something that runs off
I mean,
magical energy?
there's a grate with a green glow coming out of it.
Maybe we shouldn't mess with this too
only
much.
thing-
The last time we messed with
Green
something like
glow.
this, it exploded.
The only thing
What
that happened
what
to
color was
Braxon is
the
that he...
what color was the Siri crystal?
Green. Emerald.
So
Yeah.
we might want to check that grade.
Lever was trying to say something, but I missed it.
Leva says, as the only thing that happened to Braxon is that he felt dazed afterwards. She's going to sit in the chair too.
Braxon says in Dwarven, be careful.
You're still stunned.
Leva looks at him blankly and says, "What?"
You're still stunned, Braxon.
He's I think he said something along the lines of good fortune. So he's probably saying it's nice knowing you.
Okay.
Alright.
Braxon says in Dwarven, I feel really giddy.
I'd like to bring up something. Maybe we shouldn't be messing with this too much. The last time we messed with something we didn't understand was back on Radal
Where's your
that
sense
we
of
completely
adventure?
destroyed the place.
It's too late. He's sitting
She's
in
going
the chair.
she's going to sit in it. If you don't feel strongly about it, maybe you should do something about it.
I'm gonna try to grab her.
Really?
Get off me.
I
Never
don't think
goes
we should
to-
mess with stuff that we don't understand. Last time we
Solas
did, we destroyed two places entirely.
Solas is
People
also
live here.
Solas is also preventing anyone from sitting there.
I think
Leva's
I
going to
think-
sit on it anyway. She says the only thing that happened is that Braxton feels dizzy now.
No, the whole place moved.
Remember the whole
Yeah,
place
It's
shook?
a helm.
And there might be something upstairs that might be broken because of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably because he doesn't know what to do. We're a spellcaster.
We've all been on the helm. Actually, no, I don't think Solas has.
No,
Or Finn.
Yeah, Solas hasn't been.
but Leva has.
Finn's been on helms
Yeah,
before. He was a helmsman on.
has. Oh yeah, Finn has.
Leva gets quite angry that there are these two people who want to keep her from doing what she wants to do.
I just say let her. I mean,
I don't want the entire Citadel shattering because of us being idiots again.
And
we're not being
I don't.
idiots. It's an educated
And
guess.
I don't want to cause any problems to the lizard folk upstairs. Who
She's
knows? There
not
might
going
have
to
been
drive it.
there might have been some injuries because of us.
Well, so. I mean, so then we shouldn't have let Braxon sit on it, and one of us casters should have sat on it instead of having Braxon sit on it. So Leva sits down on that chair.
Well, she's spell jammed a helm before, so it's fine.
All right,
She
give
knows
me
what she's
a
doing.
give me a strength check, Ockar and Leva.
Wait. He's
What?
actually
It's
stopping
opposed.
her?
Yeah. He said that he was stopping her. Opposed strength check.
Leva is
Jolla-
gonna. Okay, if you stop me, you're gonna regret it.
Well, hang on, he's...
Leva, there is no rush. We can test it later on.
Yeah, we don't
I
need to
will
test
not.
it right
I
now.
will not be Leva will not be physically restrained. So she's gonna kick and scream and do all the things.
Well, he's not trying to harm you.
No, but he's trying to physically restrain me, and Leva is not going.
Well,
not standing for that.
He has a reason to.
Trying to bring up a
Well,
sound
he
argument that we don't.
To put it very bluntly, you should have stopped Braxon because we didn't know what happened then. Now we have.
He did it too fast before I could react.
Oh no,
Yeah.
he just...
Solas was focused on studying the machine.
But yes, I'm gonna roll this now.
Yeah, both of you. I called for strength checks.
That's a fail.
Never rolled a 3.
Come
It's
on, Leva.
whoever's closer to their score, isn't it?
Leva manages to break free. Now opposed strength check with Leva and Solas, because Solas was also saying that he was trying to.
I'd probably interfere in favor of Leva.
Go, Leva.
And Solas?
Wow, I succeed.
Solus does manage to put himself between Leva and the seat.
Oh,
So
good. They're
Leva walks
occupied.
in. Leva
Lafdul sits on the seat.
So Leva walks away.
Seriously?
And as
Yeah.
and
All right,
Leva walks
all right.
away,
I
and
need a
as-
saving throw versus paralyzation as Leva is walking away. What are you doing, Leva?
I'm walking away, and when the people turn around to do something else, she goes back and sits on the seat.
Well, Lafdul's in the seat now.
Oh, okay.
We were busy with you, and Lafdul snuck over.
Yeah, basically. The chaotic neutral characters that are here. They're obviously occupied. Braxon's not doing anything, neither is Finnel, so I'm going to send
Yeah, Braxon's.
Lafdul thought that it is good idea to... Okay.
No, he's going with Leva's gut instinct, so...
Give me a saving throw versus paralyzation, please, Lafdul.
Oh, well, my score is 0.
Braxon says to the Lafdul in Dwarven, "You shouldn't
armor
have done
out?
that. You shouldn't have done that. Now you'll only be able to speak Dwarven."
Lafdul can speak Dwarven anyway, he says in Dwarven.
All right, Lafdul. You take a seat in the. You take a seat on that chair, and you find your consciousness expanding beyond just yourself to encompass the whole structure. And you get a sense that there are figures rushing around, almost through you, around you, well up above where your physical body
Standard
is.
thing.
You can also see the battle dolphin has taken a strike from the citadel, and
then
they're
we've
pulling
bashed it.
away. So it wasn't too bad, but that was 6 more hull points of damage.
Oh,
So I will let you
yeah,
guys make a
Lafdul
note of that.
conveys that when Braxon was on the chair, he accidentally nudged our ship and caused some damage. But does it seem like a standard spelljamming affair to me?
Yes, but you're also
I'm not moving it. I'm just keeping it still.
like, this thing is bigger than anything that you've experienced before.
I wonder if I've lost my spells. Would I know immediately if I lose my spells?
You would not necessarily.
Is it when I attempt to cast a spell?
Yeah.
Then I know.
Yeah.
Or if Braxon's damaged the ship, he's not going to be happy.
Lafdul points his hand at Ockar and he reefs him in fairy fire.
Well, that works, because that's not a spell.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
thought I lose my granted powers.
No.
Oh, wait, if I knew that, I wouldn't do that. Then.
Yeah, you know you don't lose your granted powers.
Oh. I've only got healing spells. Anyone want healing? Actually, no, I got the spell magics. No,
I mean, Solas is
I've
injured
used
still from the trap.
How
Oh,
many
we need. Did we?
I've only marked off one dispel. I'm sure I used two.
Did we need to roll for paralyzation?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, Lafdul didn't rock the boat this time.
You could heal Braxon if you want to.
So, Lafdul, it works.
Solas asked first, so I'm healing Solas.
Okay.
Lafdul, how did it work?
Like a standard thing, but it's way too big for me. I think. I don't
And
know.
you still have all your spells?
When you sat down, you did feel immense pressure on your mind, similar to when you sit in a normal helm, but this was way beyond that. You can totally understand how someone completely inexperienced in spell jamming would feel overwhelmed and not be able to control it.
It works.
You're not even sure
Sorry.
that you can control this right now.
Sorry about earlier, Leva.
Yeah, she was.
You can. You know what? I don't want to talk to you at the moment. Go away.
Alright, well,
So,
I was
so Lafdul,
Solas
you're trying to cast a healing spell on whom?
on Solas. Solas is nearby me, so he was near the helm, so.
All right.
Never tried casting a spell while on the helm. This shouldn't work if it works like a standard spell jamming thing. That's what it
Solus,
says.
you are healed 2 hit points.
Oh. I've still got my magic. He says, rather
Solas
confused.
goes to the grate that glowed green.
Okay, you're gonna look inside there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is extremely bright. There appears to be some sort of smoky glass in the grate that keeps all of the light from coming out. But
Is
looking
that glass steel? Wait,
as far as you know,
there's no-
glass steel doesn't change the color. It could still be glass steel, but glass steel does not change the color.
I was wondering if Lafdul knew of glass steel.
So, looking inside, you can see that this grate is welded on to the front of this large metal contraption. Inside, you see floating in almost a miasma of green light, a large green gem set in a silvery metal setting.
Oh.
Well, I think I found the relic.
Yeah,
The
Lafdul
gem
gets
is
off
a
the chair.
fist-sized emerald.
Yeah, Lafdul gets
Very
off the chair. Carefully.
Was the
obviously.
gem ever described to us?
Yeah, no, that's the serious
It was
crystal thing we're after.
emerald-looking crystal, and
Okay.
it had a mithril stuff around it.
It's the
Hey,
same.
Lafdul.
So, real fast, Solus. The appearance of it is it's an oddly shaped fist-sized green crystal, and it's not faceted. It's actually got ridges and folds on it. It's very strange looking.
Is it like it's been worn away? Can I roll gem cutting on it? With spellcraft?
You
To
can
know
you can roll a gem cutting proficiency. That's fine.
I'm just wondering if it's been consumed, if this is something that's powering it. One would assume, but
Well, it's most likely the power source.
yeah, but it was.
You don't think so?
It's just how it was cut.
Maybe if it's cut, that the skill involved in cutting this is well beyond your skill.
Hey,
I mean, it's a relic, so you would think that it's done by the greatest of masters.
or a god.
Yeah.
And it is in a mithril setting with a scepter just long enough to hold in your hand, essentially.
So that's the relic. A relic is powering this machine.
It's been powering it for a long time. But then again, relics.
Relics are really strong magic. Or divine power.
Yeah, I suppose in theory they may not ever run out, considering how powerful they are. I mean, you would need something of that power to move this.
We finished. We found the relic, but let's finish exploring this bottom floor in case there's anything else we might have overlooked.
Well, yeah, of course we are going to explore this rest of the floor, but we might still want to take the relic with us.
Yes.
So,
I'll just wait out here since Leva's not
so you
in a
said
good
that
mood
the
right
gate
now.
is welded.
Yeah, you would basically have to tear open this device to get it out.
That seems quite sad thing to do, so Solas is going to study the device as much as possible before we are going to tear it out the artifact out of there.
Alright, studying it for what purpose?
To understand how it's made and how it works.
Alright.
I'm using engineering and spellcraft.
Alright, go ahead and roll me both of those.
Has any of us heard of this type of helm?
Solas, you are pretty sure that extremely powerful magic was involved in the creation of this thing.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I also try to make rough sketches of the machine on my notes.
Okay. So what are you guys gonna do now? Like, I mean, Solas is studying it. Everyone else is basically just standing around. Higamus has come in.
I don't know if Braxon's
he's
got off the
staring
floor yet.
I'm going to.
Yeah, you're okay now, Braxon.
Since Leva doesn't want him to be around her right now, Ockar's going to go and explore.
Okay.
By himself?
Yes.
Well, so Braxon's trying to figure out what he saw. Could he see the entire citadel?
It's all a jumble in your mind now. You can't put any of it together at this point.
Lafdul would try to explain what spelljamming is in very simple terms.
What was that?
From it's being powered by that object. Normally, you would have to.
So if we take the object away, does it break?
Yeah.
Break
Lizard folk aren't going to be happy with that. But then again,
I mean, they aren't going to be moving this asteroid, most likely.
No, but
At
once
least
they learn that it can move.
Does it have to be this object, or can we swap it for something else? And they probably don't need to move it anyway, do they? They haven't been moving it.
I mean,
If
they are living
you
it.
lived in an RV and realised you could move it, would you want to move it? It's convenient to move it. You can get away from danger.
Yep.
You can find more people.
But do
for
they
your
have
community.
people? But do they have people that could even move it?
It doesn't matter if Braxon
I
can
mean,
do it,
it
anyone
was
can do it.
it was beyond you to move it.
Well, here's an idea. Before we take the thing out,
Real fast,
We could
Lafdul didn't try to move it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a good idea. I'm not gonna.
yeah.
Yeah, but
No,
after they said that it was beyond to move it.
Okay. Well, I wasn't suggesting anyone was moving it. I was just saying. Do you think we could use this strange helm to move it next to our asteroid if they wanted to come live near us, and then take the device out?
No, because that would ruin their egg thing, their breeding thing. They had to be. The citadel was purposely kept close to the sun, wasn't it?
Ah, right.
Their eggs were taken out in a ship to get to the sun.
Well, what I'm saying is, before we take this away, we have the option of moving the ship. So if we wanted to have them live next to us, which we may not want to, and if they wanted to live next to us, which they may not want to, we could be one big happy family.
Company of the Broken Alliance. Maybe.
Good thing that Lafdul hasn't mentioned yet the damage that was caused to our ship.
No, I did. I did say. I say when Braxon jerked the ship, our ship got wrecked a little because it was docked up.
Braxon's going to run out and check the ship over.
They were scrambling. They're away from our ship, the asteroid now.
This is interesting.
If you spoke, you broke up there.
I said, now this is interesting.
Braxon's running off to check out the ship.
Okay.
Oh, I found a doorway!
Yeah, there was an area to the south that we hadn't explored where that elephant's workshop was.
Well, I want to go explore while you guys were discussing things.
You really want to open doors you have no idea are trapped?
I'll leave the doors alone for now and just keep looking around.
Well, that's going to limit your exploration.
Actually, yeah. Only live once. Open the door.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Free roaming undead. What's the first thing that happened?
All right. So Ockar, the door's stuck a little bit, but not so much that a good push once you've turned the handle gets it open.
Okay.
And inside is just an old storage room. There are some the remains of some cots there, a small table, and some old mining tools that don't appear salvageable.
Okay, that's about it.
Yep.
Then I will keep wandering around.
Okay.
Well, that elephant mind flayer put up a barrier to prevent people from going in there, so there must have been a reason for it. If he's on the one that I think he was on about, which is to the south of the...
You're not sure which one he's talking about, because he's not close enough for you to hear anything. You're actually not even sure where Ockar went.
Well, I could go on now.
Alright, so...
I'm having my own adventure while you guys are busy.
Alright, so you're all still staring at that.
Adventure.
Braxon has gone outside to examine the damage on the ship. That is 6 hull points of damage on the ship.
Is that close to half?
I'm sorry?
Weren't we close to half?
I don't think you were that close to half.
Is that...
We were. I'm pretty sure we were.
No, we were on 50 hull points out of 70. And you say 6 more.
Huh. Well, this is odd.
Well, we haven't talked to them about what they repaired for a while, but...
Yeah, some of that's been repaired already, so... I'll
put
just
it for 44 for now.
Yeah, and when this is all done, when you review it, I'll tell you how many were repaired.
There's no point blocking the story.
There's a path that goes around a big, long way. Huh. I'm gonna feel along the walls here. I have a hunch.
Okay.
Feeling for any secret doors like there were on the other side.
Yep. So the rest of the party, you're still kind of staring at this thing now. Are you going to do anything?
I'm still studying it. Making notes and sketches.
Okay. Ockar, you don't find anything there?
It's weird, that's been pushing on me sad times. This Syracuse door is sealed in there. As in it was made to be in there.
Yes, it is
purposefully.
welded in.
Yeah, I mean it's in there. The grate has been welded closed.
Anything here?
That implies that nothing else can fit in there, or shouldn't.
Ockar, you do find a stone that you think you can push, but before you push it, we're gonna have to go on our break. Before you push it.
push the rock.
I mean, I would, but that's me.
Yeah.
But when we come back, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. We'll see what Ockar has found, if anything interesting, and the rest of the party will be still staring at the device, apparently.
Well, when Ockar pushes it and everyone dies, Braxon will be okay because he's outside.
Oh, I'm not gonna push it yet. I'm gonna blow my
No,
signal
no,
whistle
he's
to get
pushed
everybody's
it.
attention.
All right, well, we'll find out in about 10 minutes, everyone. So we'll be back shortly.